This is the lead Professor Q at your service. All right, family. You know I try to cover all things AI all day, all the time. In this video, I will break down what the Copilot function is, how to use it with real-world examples, the practical benefits for everyday Microsoft 365 users, and the governance and cost every team should know. You guys know what time it is. It's time for instruction. Before we start, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, hey, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button to help me grow the channel and get more AI news and training out there to you. It'll greatly be appreciated, and trust me, you don't want to see a grown man like me cry if you don't. Check this out, family. Based on the fact that Microsoft Excel recently celebrated its 40th anniversary and I'm an adept Microsoft Excel user, I would be remiss if I didn't give you my take on this feature. I feel people are kind of slipping on this tool. Microsoft fairly recently dropped a game changer inside Excel, the Copilot function. Imagine writing formulas that doesn't just calculate numbers, but thinks with you. This isn't a sidebar assistant anymore. It's an AI living directly inside your cells. The Copilot function is native Excel formula that lets you call Microsoft's AI directly from a cell. Basically, Excel will generate a natural language summary right there in the cell. The magic is that it's dynamic. If your data changes, the AI generated output updates automatically, just like any other formula. Do I need to say it? Yeah, I do. It's getting wild out here on these AI streets. Copilot in Excel is available to Microsoft 365 Copilot beta subscribers and is positioned as a premium feature that requires a Copilot license. So organizations should expect licensing costs for enterprise deployments. Let me provide some instructions on how to enable this feature if you have a Copilot license. First, there are a couple of things you need to know before we enable this feature. You must have a Microsoft 365 account. So go ahead and open up your Excel workbook. All right, go to File, scroll right here to Accounts, and you see right here I have a Microsoft 365 Apps for Business account. Now, if you have a Microsoft Office 2016, 2019, 2021, or 2024, I hate to tell you, you're just out of luck. I'm sorry, family. I didn't make the rules. I just abide by them. Secondly, you must have a Microsoft Copilot license. This is how I checked. If you go over here to Microsoft Edge, if you open this up, I have a Microsoft 365 Admin Center. I go ahead and click on that. Once I click on that, you go over here to your Copilot. You'll see this whole setup right here. You go to Copilot, you click right here, you go to Overview. And if you see right here, I have my Microsoft Copilot license readily available. Okay, so next we need to go ahead and go to the Microsoft 365 Insider. So how I did it was I'm at my ribbon right here. I go ahead and right click right here. I go to customize ribbon. Once I go to my customize ribbon window, I just go ahead and select all commands. Okay. Then I go scroll all the way down till I get to the Microsoft 365 Insider, right? So what I'm going to do is add this over to my home tab. So I want to go ahead and add it to my home tab. So I click on home. I click on this add right here, right? Now you're going to see how to customize the ribbon. This is going to be a commands need to be added to the custom groups. To create a group, pick a tab on a list, then click new group. So, okay. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to right click and click on add new group. Now you see that's new group right here. I go to Microsoft 365 Insider. Then I go ahead and click on add. And see right here, there's a Microsoft 365 Insider right there. I hit OK. And you see right here, if you take a look right here, there is the Microsoft 365 Insider. Next, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Microsoft 365 Insider. I want to make sure that I'm already checked right here. Make sure that's checked. Make sure I agree with this. And you want to make sure that you have the beta channel selected. Then click OK. This will enable this Copilot function feature. If you follow these instructions, family, you should be good to go. Now that we're all set up, I'm going to provide you with 2 short demos. Let's see this feature in action. Let's integrate AI into our formulas. I will begin with a demonstration of the function in Excel within our Excel desktop application. What you see right here is basically an entry-level testing checklist for an industry standard IT project. You have these entry criteria right here, and you have these various tasks that you need to execute. This is in column A. And then column B, we have what's called a difficulty level. So here's the use case. Let's imagine that I'm an entry-level quality assurance tester starting a new job. My management team has asked me to provide an estimate on how difficult it will be for me to perform these specific tasks. Now, since I'm a novice, I am unsure on where to begin and how hard it will be. So this is where our Copilot function comes into play. We go right here to the Formulas tab. Let's go into Insert Function. You see right here, the function is already here. But if you wanted to search for the function, you can go ahead and type in Copilot. And there it filters the Copilot function there. So what we're going to do now is type in our prompt. So what we're going to do is start with a open quotation. Okay. And next, what we want to do is type in based on an IT industry standard project. Please classify each task as hard, medium, or easy difficulty. Close quotation mark. Next, we're going to go ahead and put in our context of where we want to look everything up. So we're going to select all these items right here. Then we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And you see right here, what Copilot did was it classified based off of industry standards how difficult each one of these tasks will be. Now, I have an idea of where to start because Copilot helped me out, and then I can start doing my estimates. This is one example of how the Copilot function works. The next use case I will show is how the Copilot function will summarize and analyze a budget template. Now, let's take a look at this budget template. We have their dates right here, the purchases, we have the categories of the food, we have the what types of food it is, how many we purchase, the price per item, and then the sum right here and where we actually purchase the food. Now, imagine I am a new project manager and I'm looking at this food budget for an event for the very first time. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the formula bar. Instead, I'm going to demonstrate the Copilot function prompt in Excel. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to click on cell J1 and I'm going to type in equals. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in Copilot. Now the Copilot function comes up. Now I'm going to do an open print right here. This is where I'm going to go ahead and type in my prompts. So I go ahead and type in, always start my prompts with a quotation mark. Okay. Now this will be a very simple prompt. What I'm going to put in is summarize, analyze, and explain the information. Okay. Close quotation mark, then a comma, right? Now after that, I'm going to go right here with my cell. I'm going to highlight all this information right here. So it automatically populates right there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do a close print. Okay. You see right here, my formula bar right there. Everything's ready to go. Now all I just do is just hit enter. It's thinking. There we go. If you see, take a look at this data. It gives me a summary right there. It gives me all the categories, the purchases that were made, the total sum, how much I spent, and it provides a simple analysis right here and kind of gives me another summary right here, all automatically without me. And this was done in seconds. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this Copilot function. It will change based off the input information that you put in. So for example, let's take a look at our meats, right? We have how many right here. I put it originally there's 1.2. Let's go ahead and change it to 20 and hit enter. All of a sudden it's starting to recalculate. Now our analysis changes. Looking at basically to recalibrate for the new entry in the meat beef section. This family is a game changer when it comes to starting to use and analyze spreadsheets. I have to say that as a decades-long Microsoft Excel user, this feature is sweeter than a Steph Curry three-pointer in the corner. I hope these mini demos were helpful. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, hasn't Copilot been in Excel for months, if not years? Yes, but until now it lived in the sidebar. The difference here is the deep integration. The Copilot function is part of Excel's calculation engine. That means AI outputs behave like any other formula result. They recalc when data changes, they can be referenced in other formulas, and they are part of your workflow without leaving the sheet. This Copilot function feature is a game changer for many users like financial analysts who need quick summaries of complex models, operations teams classifying logs or customer feedback in real time, project and product managers who can automate tasks, generate reports, analyze data for insights, and create visualizations. Business managers who want instant executive summaries without writing them down manually. Small business owners who don't have the time to learn advanced formulas but still need insights fast. Let's be honest, family, any type of professional could benefit from this feature. Let's talk risk and governance considerations. All AI outputs can potentially introduce hallucinations, bias, or unexpected results if prompts or data aren't curated. Initial builds restrict external web access, but internal governance on data input ranges and result validations are essential before you trust Copilot outputs in critical reports. Always remember to validate your outputs with test cases, log changes, restrict Copilot use on highly sensitive data sets. There's an old saying that I have when dealing with AI. Trust, but verify. Family, Copilot formulas in Excel reduces manual data wrangling, speeds report generation, and puts analytical reasoning next to data entry. For teams spending hours on repetitive text summaries or classifications, even the modest time savings scale to significant cost reductions across a quarter. If you use Excel day to day, try framing one recurring task that Copilot can automate, run a pilot, and measure the time saved. You know what I always say, just experiment with your own use cases and you will see the value very quickly. Now, let's end on this note. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever stays, let it stay. And what goes, let it go. I'm out.